It's called ping pong. Let's say the Senate has a bill and pings it over to the House. The House can either accept the legislation or make changes and pong it back to the Senate. The table tennis continues until either the House or Senate agrees to what the other bounced across the Capitol. This is the Capitol crypt, 2 levels below the Capitol rotunda floor. It's where George Washington was supposed to be buried, here in the bowels of the building. It looks like a jail, but it isn't. Capitol Hill might not have the same glitz as Hollywood, but the stars of the show come through the back doors here, too. I brought along with me today the House Rule Book. This includes the actual rules of the House of Representatives, along with Jefferson's manual. Congresswoman Lowy, can you come over and talk to us here for a minute, please?
Wow.
What's the news? What's the news?
Yes, no shame. Love that, Chad. That's
Well, she blew you a kiss anyway. That was worth something.
Well, I'd rather have the news, you know. So.
Yeah.
Since Thanksgiving is approaching, this message is about thanks. Thanks to my caring, loving wife, Carrie, who puts up with such a hard case like me. To our pets, Rosie and Marilyn, who make me smile, and furry friends who aren't with us anymore, Spike, Lady, Fred, Wendy, Jack, and of course, Hampton. My mother, Patty, who taught me how to read and enjoy books, newspapers, and magazines. My father, Ray, or Perg, as he's known. He was Big Perg. I was always Little Perg. He taught me discipline. To my grandmother, Mamie, who read to me as a child, and my grandfather, Herb, who told political stories. At Edgewood Schools in Jacksonburg, 7 Mile, and Trenton, Ohio. Ramona Titkemeyer, my kindergarten teacher. To junior high history teachers Ann Brown and Stan Griffin. To the legendary Helen Ramsdell, Peggy Andrews, and Claudia Anderson, who taught me how to speak properly, sing, and breathe. At Edgewood High School, Carolyn Smith, who taught the only journalism class I ever took. Tom Romano, who shaped me as a writer, and Mike Minery, who ignited my interest in politics. To soccer coach Keith Chapin, who taught everything, and Principal Gene Smith, who opened doors. To my professors at Miami University, Dan Jacobs, Bill Jackson, Susan Kay, Mel Cohen, Herb Waltzer, and Ryan Barrio. A special shout out to Howard Kleiman, to Jerry Sanders, Bob Long, and Dan Conti at Miami for giving me a chance. To news professionals who decided to help an 18-year-old kid get on the air in Cincinnati. Nia Carter, Richard Hunt, Larry Davis, Don Jensen, Bonna King, Stan Campbell. To Melinda Whitstock at Capitol News Connection. To my colleagues at Fox, Suzanne Scott and Jay Wallace. Advocates Alan Komisaroff, Kim Rosenberg, Bureau Chief Brian Boughton, the tireless Sherry Gretsch, Anita Siegfried, Christopher Wallace, Nunu Japaradze, and the wonderful people behind the scenes. Pat Summers, Jody Curtis, Connie McDonough, Lillian LaCroix, Natalie Joost, and the rest of our fabulous team. Brett Baer, Shannon Bream, Bill Hemmer, Neil Cavuto, Mark Heiner, Jonathan Glenn, Mike Emanuel, Haley Turner, Rick DeBella, Caroline McKee, and Kelly Ferris. A special thanks to Jason Donner. Thanks to Bob Arnett, to Lacey McAngus for helping a radio guy dress right, and to the photographers who I worked with on this reel, Doug Perkins, John Wallace, Rick Sudduth, Paul Fifield, Robert Fetzer, Les Baker, and Mike Bannigan. And thanks to Peter Jennings, who I never met, but I still learn from daily. Thank you all.